All right, guys, so I am going to go over today's homework with you just because I am grading it for accuracy this week, and I just want to make sure that you are doing it correctly, and then you should be able to do every other day correctly as well. We have already gone over mean, median, mode, range, and MAD within the last 2 weeks, so you should be able to do this. If you wanted to get out that blue foldable, it'll also help you walk through the steps there. So we only have 5 problems today. The first problem says regroup so that each person has the same amount. Hint, find the mean. I don't know if you guys remember back 2 weeks ago when we started talking about going fishing and how we all had different number of fish and how we wanted to make sure that everybody got the same amount at the fish fry. The steps that we did was you told me that we had to add all these together and divide by how many numbers we have. So it says dollars bought by friends to a fair. So basically, they're all putting their dollars in a pot and they want to share evenly. So the first step that we're going to have to do is add all of these up. So you're going to have to do, let me see if I can write this, 11 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. How many 12s do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 13. And you can use your calculator for this, and you can plug it into your calculator. 11 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 13. And I got 84, but I always like to do it again a second time just to make sure I didn't miss any numbers. So 11 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 13. 84. So I got 84 again. So my sum is 84. And then remember with step 2 is you divide by how many numbers you have. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So I'm going to take 84 and divide it by 7. Divide it by 7. And I get 12. So this means I could redistribute and give each person $12. So really what we would end up doing is giving $1 from the 13 to the 11, and then we would all end up having $12. Okay, step 2, find the median. And median, remember, if you look at that blue foldable, the very first thing we have to do is we have to put these numbers in order from least to greatest first. Last week, a lot of you were just coming right here from the list and chopping them back and forth, but that's not how we do it. You've got to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. So my smallest number is 0. So put 0, 2, 3, another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. And I should have the same amount of numbers in my new list as I had the original list. In the original list, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I should have 11 written down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then with the median, you go back and forth until you find the middle. Some people like to cross it back and forth like this. Some people like this little rainbow method right here, so that you can see the pairing up easier. And then 5 basically doesn't have a partner to dance with. So 5 would be our median. Remember, median means the middle. So 5 would be our median. Mode means that it's repeated the most. So we want to look and see what number is repeated the most here. And I'm going to go back up to my list where I have them already in order because it's kind of easier to see it that way. I'll notice that I have 2 3s and 2 9s. So what's my mode? Well, we haven't really talked about this in class, but your mode would actually be both of them. Your mode would be 3 and 9. Okay? Range is the biggest minus the smallest. Remember, it's the difference. So with range, I'm going to go once again back up here. It's going to be easier for me to eyeball the biggest number, which is 9, and the smallest number, which is 0. So it's 9 minus 0, which equals 9. That one, most of you already know kind of how to do it. That one's not that big of a deal. Here's the one that most people keep getting confused with, and that's MAD. So if it's you or your parents are trying to help you, this is how we do MAD. MAD stands for mean absolute deviation. So our first step, remember, was to find the mean. The second step was to find the difference from the mean. So we want to figure out how far is each number from the mean, and then we find the mean of the differences. So we already know that our mean from up top, our mean was, what was it? Oh, we haven't found the mean yet, so we got to find it. So what I do first is I list my numbers out here vertically to kind of help give me a better picture. And I'm going to find the mean. So to find the mean, we have to add up all our numbers. So I've got 9 plus 7 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 9 plus 6 plus 0 plus 3 plus 8. So I got 56. And then I have to divide it by how many numbers I have, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to divide that by 11. I get this really long number here. But what I want you to do is round it to the nearest tenths place. And the tenths place is right behind the decimal. So we have a 0 there. So that 0 is going to look behind to the 9. And that 9 is going to tell the 0, oh, it's time, you got to go up. So our mean right now is 50 or 5.1 is our mean. Now we got to find the difference. So we've got to subtract 5.1 from each one of these numbers. We want to know how far away or how many hops away is each one of these data points from the mean. And we're not going to do negatives because distance can't be negative. So if you go to subtract here and you get a negative, just leave it off, okay? So I'm going to do 9 minus 5.1, 7 minus 5.1, 2 minus 5.1, all the way down. And then I'm going to just subtract each one of these. Okay, so you can be doing this with me, or you can just pause and then skip after I do this. So you have 9 minus 5.1, which is 3.9, which I've got that down here again anyways. So we got that. 7 minus 5.1, 1.9. I don't think I have 7 again. So 2 minus 5.1. See how I got that negative right there? I'm just going to ignore that negative. It's 3.1. 4 minus 5.1. Ignoring the negative again. Alright, now that I found the differences from each, I'm going to now find the mean. So I'm going to find the mean of all the answers. So I'm going to add all those answers up. And then I'm going to, whatever the sum is, after I add it all, I'm going to divide by how many numbers I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to divide that by 11, and I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth, okay? I'm not going to tell you what the sum is because I want you to have some skin in the game, and I want you to have to figure it out for yourself, okay? We will go over this in class tomorrow, but if you have any questions, then just ask me then, okay? I will see you tomorrow.